Alright, so for those of you that don't know me, I'm Jonesy6K, and I thought I'll just come on YouTube to explain exactly why I left the UK, because a lot of people on TikTok and Instagram was messaging and wondering. So just getting straight to it. The first reason why I left the UK is that it feels too trapped. You can't kind of grow in ways that you want to grow. You can't really do things that you want to do, and there's no, I'll say, like, freedom feeling. Whereas out here, where I am in Thailand at the moment, you feel more free. Things don't cost as much money as it does back home. You don't have to pay just to breathe. You don't drive down the road and get a parking ticket or speeding ticket or things like that. It's much more free out here. Whereas back home, it's just like I wake up and I have to pay for this, I have to pay for that, and I'm young. So if I'm experiencing that, I can just imagine what all the olders are feeling that are like 30, 40 plus. So for example, even in England, just to drive, you need to have insurance, your car needs to be taxed, everything needs to be in place. And if it's not, they're gonna make a big deal about it. Whereas out here, it's actually not that serious because the problem isn't that deep. If your car isn't insured, you're not gonna have to go to court. If you're caught without a license, you can actually just work your way around it instead of it being such a big deal. And for someone like me, that just took a lot of pressure, like made me feel much more free and not just so caged in. So that's one reason why I left UK. Number two is that no one really wants to see nobody grow. Like in London, there was a lot of envy. Like no one wanted to see nobody win. And in London, everyone's kind of just against each other. No one's actually trying to help people grow and get to the next level. The energy in London is just kind of, it wasn't for me. I kind of just wanted to change to meet people that were kind of on the same journey as what I am. They're probably traveling and they're trying to grow, they're trying to get to the next level. For me, it just felt like it was harder for me to grow and shoot because everyone's envious. For example, when I maybe did have a few achievements or something that I was proud that I had done, I felt like a lot of people, or just London in general, wasn't happy to see me winning. Every time someone, myself, or just people in general were succeeding or they were going up to next levels, it felt like no one was really happy for that person. It felt no one actually wanted to see no one or help anybody grow. Whereas when I compare it to where I am now, you can have the nicest things and someone could have the worst of things, or they could be living in a house that basically doesn't even have a roof, and they'll be happy for you when you grow, just like you'd be happy for them when they grow. And when you kind of live like that, it creates that more communal vibe. It creates the vibe where you actually want to help people and people want to help you back because no one's kind of living in envy. So the third reason why I left was because I actually needed to leave London to grow and reach my potential. Not saying that I've reached it yet, but just to kind of continue my journey, because London can only teach you or me so much. There's so much more outside of London and England that there is to experience, whether it is just things like the weather, how people live, how they don't live. There's just so much more outside of London that I wanted to experience. So living in London for 20 years was good, but I was ready to move on and start increasing on my journey. So the fourth reason why I left is because the way London is structured is actually, or it felt kind of like impossible to save a large amount of money and also enjoy your time at the same time. Whereas out here, you could be earning what you was earning in London, saving more than 50% and still having a great time. Because where you go out here, let's say you're going to a rooftop bar or pool, or you're going to the beach, these things don't cost a dime. Whereas in London, if you did want to save 50% of your wages and you wanted to have a little bit of fun, let's say you wanted to go to a club or you wanted to go to a bar or cinema, all these things cost so much money that it feels impossible to save. Whereas out here, you can make your money, save money, and also have fun. But lastly, the weather in England is actually just miserable. You get maybe a couple weeks of good sun, and then the rest of the year is just grey, it's cold, it's raining. Whereas in Thailand, it's hot all year round. Even when it is rainy season, it's still hot, and the rain may last for 1 hour of the day, and then it's back to heat. So the weather in London was just not my thing. So for those of you that are still watching, thank you very much for watching the full video. For those of you that also have been supporting me from TikTok, from way back or whatever, I also want to thank you guys very much. So if there's anything that you guys want me to post, it can be anything, talk stuff, Thailand things, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to get those done. Yeah, please like the video and subscribe. Thank you.